Oh, it starts. To all leftists, occupiers, unionistas, and malcontents, thank you. What an election. We couldn't have done it without you. Without your tantrums, outbursts, and boorish behavior. We might have stayed home for this election. Without your filthy, pot-smoking, hemp-headed minions occupying and violating the Capitol, we might have been complacent. Without your obnoxious protests, boycotts, and other actions from your union playbook, we might have sat this one out. But you couldn't hold back. You couldn't restrain yourselves and behave like adults. You couldn't accept the 2010 election results. We sat and watched as you erupted in a juvenile hissy fit that embarrassed Wisconsin. The spectacle you created is what motivated us. And thanks to your ill-mannered behavior, we won. We turned out. Big time. And now we are organized and energized, committed, all in. And we aren't going away. We now have our own organizations, no dues required, an army of volunteers and the means to communicate, and countless new sources of funding, including a donor base from all 50 states. And we have I-Verify the recall to ferret out your infiltrators in our future local elections. So, thank you, Mike Tate, Graham Zelinsky, Fred Looney, Levenhagen, Ismail Ozan, Marianne Sumi, Noble Ray, Charles Tubbs, Joanne Kloppenberg, Segway Boy, John Chisholm, Public Employee Union members, UWTAs, WEAC, SEIU, MTI, Advocacy Council 24, and Union Grove and Wisconsin prison guards. Thanks for the death threats, the intimidation, the bullying, belligerent sluggery, and goonish behavior, the lack of ethics, and the failure to enforce rules and laws. Thank you for putting your selfish, greedy motives on display for all taxpayers to see. Your antics might have made you feel good, but they didn't make you look good. They sickened the rest of us. Thank you, Shirley Abrahamson and Ann Walsh Bradley. Your petty politics woke us up. Thank you, Miles Christan, for dumping the beer on Robin Voss's head. Thank you, university doctors, for writing the phony excuses. Madison teachers for calling in sick or dragging your students to the protests without permission. Thank you, Catherine Windows, for making death threats against the governor. The noontime Capitol singers who taunted Sheboygan High School students. Thank you, WEA Trust, for raping Wisconsin taxpayers. Thank you, Gwen Moore, for your embarrassing show, and thanks all of you for harassing the Walker family at their private home. You have all been exposed. Your tactics have been rejected. Your bad behavior has been forever captured on YouTube. Thank you, Peter Barca and fellow assembly members, for donning your foolish orange T-shirts and screaming shame at legislators doing their jobs. Thank you, Mark Miller, and all 14 senators for fleeing the state and making fools of yourself in the process. Illinois needed a few more village idiots. Thanks for showing us what democracy doesn't look like. And Mayor Barrett, how grateful we are that you chose one low road after another in your issueless campaign against the governor. This was your strike three. You're out. Take a seat on the bench and stay there. I have a hunch this was your final at bat. All of you helped turn Wisconsin permanently red. Your Governor, Scott Walker, will not just complete his first term. He is all but assured as many future terms as he seeks. He will be your governor for a long, long time. Get used to it. And his national rock star status just might lead him to be your president someday. Just think, it couldn't have happened without you. So to all of you blue fisters, thank you from the bottom of my happy red heart, sincerely, a Wisconsin taxpayer.